Hello everybody, welcome to Lisa Loves Stitchin studio vlog. I'm not sure what the number is, but it'll be the last one for 2022. I'm sorry I let you down at the last. I was not feeling in the mood to video for the Vlogmas for the last few days before Christmas, so it was a bit stressful, so yeah, sorry. Anyway, oh goodness, oh, so tired. That's so bad. I should cut that out. Oh dear, I've had a very relaxing day doing nothing, wanting to do stuff, but not really getting around to doing anything. Anyway, this week I wanted to go over the year in review, WIPs, a bit of a WIP parade, and plans for 2023, new starts, and planning. So this week I printed out, and it's available for free on my Lily Pilly Stitches Facebook page, is the Stitch Diary for next year. It's nothing fancy. It's just because I couldn't afford to go and buy the exciting one. And it's just got calendar pages with room down the bottom to put notes on your WIPs and stickers and things. And then at the end it's got a WIPs list that you can add your WIPs, and new starts for 2020. Oh, I've put 2020. Oh. If you've got this, luckily it's in Word doc, but I've put new starts for 2024 and it should be 2023. I'm losing it. So I've got my new starts listed out, and then there's a few pages for photo albums, so you can print out photos of your projects. So that's available for free download as a Word doc. I did have it as a PDF, but I've given you the Word doc in my files tab on Facebook for Lily Pilly Stitches, because I had to narrow the margins so that it would print properly, but you can faff with it and change it up to suit yourself. So I ended up having to add to my WIPs list take those two out. So my WIPs list, I've got 17 listed here, but actually there's a couple more, but one is 18, is my Queenslander, oh sorry for the awning, sampler. I hope you can't hear that noise, next door's having some work done. Alright, so let's get into the WIP parade. I've got about 18 WIPs. One of them, the Queenslander sampler, I don't think is in the pile here. But anyway, let's just randomly grab some WIPs. It's a really good idea to go through your WIPs, sorry for crinkling, because sometimes you find there's some that are further along than you thought, which I'll show you later. One of those. So I have a small start, I think it was this year, on Eva, the Nora Corbett Witch, on this lovely fabric hand dyed by Brendan of Fox and Rabbit Designs, and I've just done part of her skirt so far. You can't really see it there very well, but there's some purple and black in the skirt, which she looks like this. So that's all I've done so far on this one, which I need to really get back into it, because it really is pretty straightforward, because it's mostly just a couple of colours. I've got all of the fabric and the threads, so sorry about the crinkling again. Most of these shouldn't crinkle, it's just a couple of these were in non-project bags, because there's only so much project bags. Okay, let's put that on the floor. what we have here in my kitty bag that I made a while ago. This blast from the past is Dimensions, Charts and Charms that my mum found at the op shop. Love this. Doing it on 32 Zweigart in pink, 32 count Zweigart linen in pink. I got this from Itchy Stitchy, I think. So far I've just done the little houses up the top and part of the mural or embroidery on the wall, which is the Home Sweet Home just here. I'm thinking they must be getting their house washed. High pressure clean, so sorry if it's noisy. So I'll put that back, see, no crinkling here because it's in a fabric bag. Pop that one down. Then I can, once I've gone through these with you, I can put them away ready and work out a rotation. Oh, here's my Queenslander sampler. I thought I didn't have it here. This is naughty because I have to frog. I tell you what, my concentration is bad. And I was on a roll with this again, and then I made a boo-boo and I was blooming one row out. I don't know whether I'll have to pull it apart. I think the only correct thing is the green line. But I got this space in here needs to be an extra row down, so I don't know whether because it might put the other things out, I don't know. So we'll see, but that's what I've done so far. This is 32, I think it's 32 count or 36 count. It might be 36 count Spring Fling from number 12 Stitch Co. And I'll just see if I don't know if I've got the cover page for this one. But if you go onto my Etsy page, you'll see the patterns available for download. Lily Pilly Stitches on Etsy. So that's that one. This one, Botany Bay, haven't done much on this extra. Oh, this is by Fox and Rabbit Designs. And when you know it, I don't have the blooming front cover picture, but I'll try and insert one up here. But this is where I'm up to. I've run out of the called for threads, so I need to buy some more. And this is on the called for linen by, I believe, Fox and Rabbit Designs, Brendan. I think I mostly last time worked on the trees and the little lion dog thing there. Yeah. So that's that one. I think the colours put me off that one. Like, I don't work on it as often because it's not as... Oh, and also because I didn't have all the threads. That doesn't help. My Hello Kitty bag. I've got my retreat piece from Mojo Stitches from June, and this is Tasmania After the Fires. And this is on 36 count Edinburgh linen long-tailed moose by Melissa Jansen. Fancy Fabrics Taz. Fancyfabrictaz at gmail.com or fancyfabric.com.au. I found this fabric a bit dark. It's a lovely fabric, but for this project it's a bit dark, so I don't know, I haven't gone back to this. But it is cute. It's got some French knots in there and really cute native flowers little ants, they're ants going across the bottom. So that's my, I sort of lost my oomph on that one when I got COVID, but I've got all the lovely called for cottage garden threads. Then we have Stacey Nash Primitives Halloween at Hollyberry Farm. And can't remember the linen that I'm doing this on, but I like the linen. I started on the border and then I made a boo-boo with the flower, and then I haven't done any more. So I've just done the alphabet there, and then I tried to start the border and I made a boo-boo, like a counting error. So might just, next time I pick it up, just work on some of the motifs down below. So that's that one. I'm using a mixture of DMC and Gentle Art threads that are called for. So that's that one. Then we have Sarah Newman, 1822. I love this one. She's so pretty. Now, I'm pretty sure I had a cover sheet. No. Oh, another one I've misplaced the cover sheet for, but I'll put a picture up there somewhere if I can. This is on gorgeous lemon butter linen by Jay's X Stitch. That's what I've done so far. Almost finished the urn. Just a couple of flowers on the urn as well as the bottom part of it. And then that's done. Love this one. I need to give this some love in the new year. I think this is 36 count or 32 count. I'm not sure. But yeah, really pretty. The colours just really speak to me, the soft colours. So pretty. Look at the bird holding the grapes. Very nice. In another kitty bag that I made a couple of years ago. If you're looking for a way to organise, I got these luggage tags on eBay. Really cheap. And you can reuse the thing, and you just take the paper out, put the title on, and yeah. I just realised I haven't got the camera facing the other way, so wording will be backwards. Sorry. What's this one? Map of Scotland. Haven't done much on this. This I don't even have a picture for, but it's a map of Scotland with the Farquhar and clan tartan, which is my family tartan on my mother's side. And basically that's all I have done. I can't even remember the fabric that I bought. I got it on 123 Stitch. And you can see the tartan. So that's going to be a big one. That's twice the fabric's doubled over, so it's going to be, I got a big piece. I can't remember how big the Scotland's going to be, but I also want to leave room because I want to put the coat of arms down the bottom. This one hasn't had much love at all because at the time when I started it, I was new to stitching on higher count, so I wasn't, like 32 count to me seemed like really tiny. So this is Scarlet House, A Perfect World. And this is on 36 count linen, and I won this on a giveaway from Daleen of So Grateful. So I've only done a flower, not even a full flower. So need to get this some love, get some more work done on it because it is a cute sampler and not very big. A lot of grass, but not very big. This is made by Mama Joan bag, and it's got the cute autumn truck with pumpkins. Very cute. That was a splurge to myself. Then in my new bag from Rebecca of Rainbows and Stitching, I have put this, but I don't know where the threads are. Hopeless. I'm really hopeless. That's why you should have a project bag at the start of the project. But that's where I got up to, and then I made a boo-boo with this, and I was restitching this. So that'll be really cute when it's done. It's the December 25th Christmas Pin Keep. I think it's by Brenda Gervais. I don't have the picture for that one, but you can look it up. This one's in my own, it's my own design. How cute is this? This is another one from Rebecca. It's got the cute village, Christmas village. Let me take this out of the hoop. This is my Janet Angus design, which is also available on Etsy, on my store. I realised when I was doing this, I made a boo-boo on the, see, this is what happens. I make a boo-boo and then I put it in the naughty corner for a while. But it was dark, and I don't know if you can see, but this is a different colour here to up here. So you might be able to just tell there. So I have to refrog that and take that out. But yeah, that's the penitentiary where she was staying at Millbank in Scotland, in London, before she came out to Australia. She was Scottish. So there's a Scottish thistle, and so this is in honour of my great-grandmother Janet Angus, who was a convict. So that's on 46 count Fox and Rabbit Designs something brew. Can't remember. It's the same one I did that finish on the sampler. So that's that. What did I do with that? Oh, there it is. Oh, here it is. 46 count Fox and Rabbit baked clay. This one needs some love. This is Celtic Spring by, is it a lavender and lace? Oh gosh, well there's one of my little, I still have some of these in my shop, little swan needle minder. This is on beautiful purple, like lilac fabric, and I think it was called lilac, and it was 32 count lilac from linen from a stitch-in type in Hobart, but I don't know who the dyer was. Oh dear, here come the yawns again, sorry. I'll be making everybody else yawn. Sorry this is so crinkly. You can tell I haven't got it out for a while, hey. So I started down this side, and it's got the treasure braid, which I don't know if it called for treasure braid. It might have been Chronic, but I swapped it for treasure braid because treasure braid's easier to stitch with. So this needs some loving. We're nearly there. Stick with me. We're nearly there. So, this one is a crinkly one, sorry. This is Winter Geese by Dimensions. And that's what I've done so far. As part of one of the geese and some snow. So that's looking really cute. It's on Ada, on the called for Ada that came with it. So I don't like having it on the thing here, because once you pull it off, then it's hard if you got leftovers to put it back on again. I'd rather have little bags. But anyway, this one is Lucy Calcut by Miss Lucy Calcut, 1825 by Just Stitching Along. This is a really pretty sampler, and this is done on a very soft, it doesn't look it, but it's a very soft strawberry pink, but it looks cream. But this is by Jay's X Stitch on Etsy. She does beautiful fabric. So this is what I've done so far. So I've done quite a bit. I need to do some work on the border, which I did some recently along here. And I'm just thinking, I can hear the dog sniffing at the door. I think I did recently these motifs down the bottom here. Really pretty. This is going to be gorgeous when it's done, so I really need to get some more work done on that one. Done a naughty cross-stitching thing. I left that needle in there. Better get back to it before it goes rusty. Don't want it to mark the fabric. And my other one is my Greek sampler, and I think Ancient Greek sampler, and I think that's my design, Lily Stitches. I didn't bother printing out the cover, so you can have a look online for that one on my store. And this is on 32 count blue linen. I think it's just Zweigart that I got from Itchy Stitchy. And that's what I've done so far. Actually, I think it might be 36 count, sorry. Or 40 count, yeah. And that's 1/1 on the wording. In hindsight, I should have just done, so it's the Greek alphabet, and then there's this like poem sort of thing here saying, and I think in hindsight, because it's such a pain to do a full cross, I should have just done a half cross. But anyway, you live and learn. That'll be my pain, that I've got to fix that. So that's that one, also in a Rebecca bag. And then, Hope and Love, my Hands Across the Sea samplers. Hope and Love by Clara and Maud Picknell, 1881, Schoolgirl sampler. And I'm using the Avera Soie 103 thread number 679, which is a lovely gold colour. And this is number 12 Stitch Co. Russian Caramel 46 count Bristol linen. The needle minder here is one by Rebecca of Rainbows and Stitching. Hopefully she'll reopen her shop one day. And this is all I've done so far, is up to the starting the letter B, C, D, E, up to the letter E. So that's looking really, really lovely. So that's a huge piece of fabric. So that, oh, there's another WIP. I think there's one more WIP to show you. Oh, two maybe. Oh no, that's a planned project. So one more WIP. This is another bag by Rainbows and Stitching. It's a cute little Halloween bag. It's got a witchy zipper pull. And this is Bittersweet and Broomsticks by Brenda Gervais. And I never realised till I looked at this WIP, and I'm almost done. So if I take it out of here, so I can show you where I'm up to. Just ignore the red stitching down the bottom because that was where I started something else and then changed the fabric. So that's what I've done so far. So all I've got to do is the 31 and a bird and a few little motifs here, and then a couple more, about 4 more pumpkins, and then it's done. So I'm working on this week and see if I can manage to get a finish before the end of the year. And this is on some sort of random 32 count linen, but I don't know what it is. So that's that. So that's all my WIPs. Let me just pop this back. And I'm just using random DMC threads I had for this one because I didn't have the, I think it calls for Gentle Arts or something. So that's that. So planned projects. We have planned new starts, which I should have put 2023, but I put 2024. Stitch Camp 2023, I did a design which I can't share with you yet, called Stitch Camp 2023, ready for my Stitch Camp with the Stitches Merchant at Glen Innes in May. So I've got that to look forward to, so I need to get that started. And for that one, I have this fabric purchased. This is another Rebecca bag with the native plants on. Is a number 12 Stitch Co. Decrepit, 40 count Decrepit, which I thought was nice and dark, woodsy for the Stitch Camp design. So that's going to be really nice. So I've got that planned as a new start. And some of these things I have to kit up and some of them I don't. So I need the DMC for that. This one is with Fox and Rabbit Designs. His early experimental designs with dyeing was this fabric by Brendan of Fox and Rabbit Designs. It's really pretty. And I'm going to be doing a Mirabilia. Nora Corbett Renaissance Mermaid. This is the one Nora signed for me when I was there at the Mirabilia retreat with Karen and Brendan back in 2020, just before the pandemic hit. So this is a really beautiful mermaid. So I've got some DMC. So I've got some DMC, which you can see these colours are going to look cute on this fabric. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to starting her. I do need to get like the treasure braid and stuff. So I need to just see if there's treasure braid and beads that I'll need. Oops, I better put her away. Renaissance Mermaid. I saw her in person at the retreat. Someone had stitched her and had her framed. Stunning. Just gorgeous. This is another Rebecca bag, a bigger one of the other one I showed you, and it's got Sydney on, Sydney Harbour, and I need to fully kit this up, but I'm going to hopefully start this year the quilt maker, and I've got the treasure braid. It does call for chronic, but I prefer treasure braid, so I just picked something similar. And this is gorgeous. It's the Quilt Maker, oops, by Lavender and Lace. So just need to get fabric and thread and bead. I don't know that it needs, I don't think it's got any beads on it actually. Just treasure braid. So I just need to get the DMC and the fabric. So that's one. So there's a few big Lavender and Lace new starts, but there's also some small ones because you got to have some smalls. So I've got this fabric, which I might do some of these Christmassy ones on. Russian Caramel 36 count by number 12 Stitch Co. And I've got a 13 by 17 inch piece of the Russian Caramel. So I might do some of these Christmassy ones I'm going to show you on it. So I've got the Farmhouse, Little House Needleworks Farmhouse series, and it's the Little Red Barn. So I thought that would look good on that fabric. And also another one from that series, which I had been going to use cocoa dust, but I used it for something else. This one is Grandpa's Pickup. So I thought that would also look good on this. So if I've got enough room, I could do those two. Which I'm just going to pop this one in. Or I could use this fabric for, I don't know yet. It'll all depend. These ones are easy because I can probably grab similar colours from my stash of DMC. And then same for this one. I've got the Prairie Schooler 2019 Santa. So I could do him as well. And then, so that's those three smalls. Plus this other small I've got, which I do have some fabric I could use for this. I don't know what it's called, but this is Rack Stack by Plum Street Samplers. So I thought I could use this blue fabric that I had in my stash, but I've got no idea what it is. And then I have this other small, and I had some fabric, but I didn't like the fabric I had for it. So this is, and I got the threads. And this is the Scarlet House, Strawberry House Pin, Keep and Scissor Weight. Such a cute stitch. I also have that. So this red did not turn out red, so I might change that up to something in my stash because I didn't have it. Yeah, so there's that one. Then I've had this one for years and haven't done it yet, and I really want to do it, so I thought because Easter's coming. And I have this cute fabric from J's Stitching, I think. Or I might have got this from a Stitch in Time Hobart, but I'm not sure who did it. But this is a cute, I think it's a 32 count or 36 count. No, I think it's 32 count pink linen. Really pretty baby pink linen. It's a bit dark, a bit more pink. There, that's better. So that's going to be Spring Fling by Brenda Gervais, which is the bunny. And I can do some white thread out of my stash, so I don't have to go to a lot of expense to buy thread. So I thought that one will do. And what have I got? 3 more new starts, because I tried to do one for each month. So this is another one I've got to kit up. I need fabric and everything for it. Is Lavender and Lace Told in a Garden. Oh yeah. Angel of Autumn. So she's really pretty. So I've got her, and then I've also got Lavender and Lace Nantucket Rose, and I just need to get the picture out for you. So she's really beautiful. I want to start her, so I need to fully kit her up. And lastly, my next new start for the new year, I don't know what order I'll do these in, just whatever I kit up, is another Lavender and Lace. It's all about Lavender and Lace and Mirabilia this year. Is Sweet Dreams. I thought that was a really beautiful one that reminded me of my mum, and so I thought I might do that one. So, oh, I didn't, what am I doing? Crazy. So yeah, so that's my new start plans for the new year. I want to do one a month, so I've got 12. I'm going to put that with Lucy Calcut at some point, but now I can put everything away. So that's awesome. So I also have a gratitude journal that I'm just going to write 3 grateful things on each day throughout the year. My mum gave me this, and it's just got lined pages. So yeah, so I've got that one, and I want to get another journal that's just got blank pages in. So yeah, so that's my plans for 2023 and my current WIP parade. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And yeah, I need to really focus on getting some of those things finished, or getting a decent section of those done. I don't really know how I want to manage my WIPs next year. I tend to have these great plans. I don't know if you're like this, and you go, yep, I'm going to do a rotation and blah, blah. And then it all ends up going out the window, because I end up going, well, I feel like doing this, or yeah, so I don't know. I might think about how I want to run with my rotation next year. I do want to start, oh goodness, sorry about the awning. I do want to start a new project each month, even if it's a small start, but it's the cost of kitting it up. So it may not happen, but that's my wish list for starts next year. So if I see the right fabric and I've got the money, I'll kit it up. The Mirabilia ones and that are good in the fact that, especially the Lavender and Lace ones, because they don't have many beads or anything, and they're all DMC except for the treasure braids, so they're, apart from fabric, they're fairly cheap to kit up. So yeah, and then I've just finished reading this book again, I've read it like numerous times. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. And do you love my 90s bookmark I got in Cairns before the pandemic? Yeah, so I have all these books, but I cannot find the next one in the series. I've got the one after and the one after, but I can't find where I put it, and I really want to read it again. So the next one's A Court of Mist and Fury. I could read it on my Kindle, but I like having the book sometimes when it's a favourite book series. I like reading it in the book form, and it's better on your eyes. I find the Kindle hurts my eyes. Yeah, so that's that. And then Wayne's socks. So that's one I've got to add the heel in. And I've got a feeling that this I haven't left. I think I was supposed to leave an extra 2 inches for the heel insert, but I haven't, so I don't know. So if this doesn't fit him, if it's not long enough in the foot, I'll pick up stitches down here, rip that back, add some extra length, and then add the toe back in again if I can. This is some random yarn that I bought ages ago when I was in Sydney, so I can't remember the dyer, but it was an Australian dyer. It's a really nice colour. And then this is my own hand dyed yarn here. I want to try doing some more hand dyed yarn for my shop later in the year because I really did enjoy doing it. So this is where I've got ready to put the toe on. So I'm thinking I might add a lifeline here now. So a lifeline is where you thread through a different coloured yarn where the wire is, where the cord is. You thread the different coloured yarn through with a needle and keep knitting, and then if you have to rip back, you can pull it back and it's as if you've got a spare pair of needles holding those stitches, and you can just put your needle through where the stitches are held on the thread on the waste yarn, and then I can fix the toe if it needs a bit more length in the foot, but that's, yeah, I think it's going to need more length. Once I might actually put this on waste yarn. Good thinking, Lisa. Why didn't I think of these things earlier? I'll put this on some waste yarn, take the needles out, insert the heel, try it on Wayne, and see if I need to add any length for the toe. Then I can measure how much length I need to add for the toe, pick up the stitches easy, and then I can know if I've got to rip this back. Then I can add the heel in, and then Wayne will have his socks. So that's what I'm doing. These are my progress keepers I've got in my shop at the moment. Very cute. Plus I've got the bulb pins. They're one of my popular sells in the shop. I sell them as a set of 20 bulb pins of different colours. Got purple one there, yellow there. They're very handy for knitting and crochet. So yeah, so hopefully, oh, that looks good there, the colour. So hopefully, it's interesting, usually on socks it doesn't pool like that. So it's interesting how it's striped but pooled in a way, the yarn. Yeah, so anyway. And I think what I did, this is wider, this one, than this one. So I don't know, I think I doubted myself when I started stitching this, and I thought, oh, I've cast on too many stitches. So I ripped right back, started again with less stitches. I think I did 62 or 64 stitches, and this one's like 72 or something, and I think I should have stuck with what I had because I think it was right, but I doubted myself, you know. This is why I should take notes when I'm experimenting, and this is my first time inserting afterthought heels, so I'll have to definitely make some notes in my Ravelry page. So that I'm Lisa Loves Yarn, by the way. Lisa Loves Yarn 76 in Ravelry. I don't fill it in very often, but I need to put these ones in so that I've got a record of it, so I know for next time when I want to restitch Wayne some afterthought heel socks. So yeah, so that's coming along really well. Yeah, I ordered some yarn before Christmas to pick up, and didn't realise they were closing before the Friday, and they're not open to go and pick it up until like the 16th of January or something like that, which is when I go on holiday. So I'm hoping I can go and quickly pick that up, because we're going away to Stanthorpe, I think, hopefully during my leave when I take a week off in January with Wayne. And we're going to go to Stanthorpe, which is a country town inland from Brisbane. And we're going to stay in a house on a property, and just relax with the dogs. So I've got 6 skeins of yarn, DK weight yarn, which I'll try and put a picture of it up there, and I want to make hats for the guys in my team. I have 3 guys that I work with in my immediate team. I want to make them hats for winter, but are for their Christmas present, so they'll get it in winter, but it's for Christmas next year. So I'm getting in early. So I thought this will be a more practical gift that they can wear, because one of them likes to go fishing, and another one lives further out from Brisbane, and he has to travel into the city, and it's cold where he's located in winter. It gets quite cold there. And then the other one, well, he can't miss out, can he? So hopefully he'll like wearing his. Yeah, so I've got 3 different colours, like a charcoaly grey, a green, and a sort of sky blue mixed with white. So I think that'll be really nice. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to knitting those hats up. I think I'm just going to use one of the Jodie Brown patterns, because I already have them. I like a cable pattern, looks nice. So I might do one of the cable patterns, and I love doing cables. Love it. Actually, do I have... I thought I had it there. These are my cable needles that I have in my shop, and I've tried them out and they're really good. And you can use them as a shawl pin, and they're very lightweight. They're metal, but they're very light metal, and it's a kitty cat. And you can slip your stitches on and they don't roll off like they do with other cable needles, and easy to slip back on when you're knitting. And then this also makes a really cute shawl pin. So yeah. So if you're into doing cables or you need a shawl pin, check out my shop, because those are available. Yeah. So anyway, so I think that's all for today. That's it for 2022, and I'll see you in the new year. Till then, happy stitching. I hope you're having a relaxing break if you get one, and hopefully we can go into the new year feeling refreshed and ready to tackle new projects and finish some of the ones we've got on the go, and just keep enjoying our love of cross stitching and knitting and crocheting and whatever else we get up to. So till then, see you in the new year. Happy New Year. And yeah, I'll see you on the other side.